exterior inspection. Well, we're at the left elevation, and what is concerning me is the caulking. You see here, there's no caulking, it's just a piece of mortar where the window's been set in between it. Mortar cracks and breaks, that really should be caulked. There's a bit of a hole here, so anywhere like that should be caulked. Then coming along here, got a hole here, water's going to get in through there. And we've got another problem here where the mortar's actually not mortar, it's just a bit of brick, and we've got a very big hole there where the caulking's really not working. Water's going to pour in that area. At the rear elevation, rear right, again we have pretty severe caulking issues on the lower floor. The caulking bead is too thin and missing in a number of places. Again here and here, missing caulking. Missing caulking here. Well, while we're at the rear elevation, the drainage is good. We've got a slope away from the building here and along the middle here, going out either side are the swales. And here, in the ground, we have a French drain. That's all good news. Now we're missing an anti-siphon fitting from the faucet here, the hose bib. Moving to the right elevation. Well, the caulking along here is very poor. You see you've got a hole here, here. This bead is hardly adequate. Seriously, I mean, it really isn't good at all. Missing caulking from around here. Really what needs to happen is this needs to be chased out to remove this mortar, and then the caulk between the frame and the brick where it's going to be stable. Got the same situation here. Over time this is going to crack and break away. You have a hole there. Now we have water running from the secondary drain line, which is very unusual in a new house. we've again got poor caulking all the way around the house. I would recommend that all the windows are just re-caulked to ensure that there's a good seal and stop water and the hot air getting in summer and bringing on all sorts of dampness problems. Got a hole in the caulking here. Again, hole here. I think somebody's been round and marked up some of these with issues, but not all of them. I don't know why. This is a vent and it should be painted. So the left elevation of the front side yard, you can see we've got good slope, good drainage. Sadly we've got a tree planted in the middle of the swale. Oh, okay, we've got a French drain, but it's getting blocked, that needs to be cleaned. And there's good drainage at the front. Here we have the driveway. We've got unfinished driveway here. Other than that, the drive is looking good. And then we've got a good swale, good slopes on the right elevation. On the roof at the porch, and we've got some roof traffic damage and tool damage. Here we've got a lot of debris left over from the building, and here we've got tool strikes on the shingles where they've pierced the shingles. Also up in this corner here we have heavy traffic, and it's removed a lot of the grit from the shingle surface, so that's going to deteriorate quicker. It's like equivalent of prematurely aging the surface of the roof. So we are up on the rear. Here we are in this area here. We've got a lot of traffic damage to the shingles. We've got damaged shingles at the valley here, it's split. I'm not too sure. Yeah, look, the shingle's cracked right here. So that's going to allow water to ingress, and over the time it will rot the decking and the shingles. And more damage to a shingle here. It's actually been penetrated, and here the shingle has been caulked. It's not actually staying down. We have an uncaulked head, nail head, that's not been fully driven. You'll note it's poking out. It should be driven to being level. Now I'm just by the actual chimney. It's part of the roof I will not be going on. I can't climb on it. I don't have a safety harness to go up that high. But just here you can see we've got a hole in the shingle. We've got another hole in the shingle here. So there's opportunity for water to penetrate in this elevation. General remark is that there's a lot of debris and cosmetic damage to the roof surface. You can see here somebody's done a bit of caulking where some damage has occurred, but nearly enough. There's still holes that water will penetrate through. I'm standing at the right hand elevation, and We're just looking at the condition of the shingles, new. And we've got some damage. You can see here, damaged shingle. It's a piece of tall damage. Up here we have another piece of shingle that's got a chunk taken out of it. And here we can see we've got a completely split piece of shingle. That's going to deteriorate very quickly. So this is at the right elevation. I'd also note that there's one or two underdriven nails and inappropriately positioned nails. There's one here. This is a result of nail guns. Not very good nail guns if they're not aimed properly. I'm at the front elevation. Here's the porch, and here you can see we've got traffic damage to a number of shingles at this elevation. It's extending up here. These shingles are effectively going to prematurely wear and deteriorate. Here we've got a bit of tall damage. Shingle is penetrated, and again water's going to get through and destroy that shingle. We've got another piece of tall damage here. This is the roof over the small gable end, and we've got a bit of damage to that. I'll move down and get myself comfortable on this ladder. Up here we have fall damage and we have traffic damage. We're in the attic. We've got a Romex cable here running across a service board unprotected. Another couple of Romex cables here unprotected. We have debris in the safety pans. Needs to be cleaned out. It's on both sides. The flues have not been bonded. No bonding. There's no bonding to this flue here. And there's no retention screws here on the hoods. safety door between the garage and the home, and as such it should be self-closing. These hinges here should be self-closing hinges, and when I leave it open like that, it should close itself. This is the attic over the garage, and you can see I'm actually at the attic hatch, and we can see up into the roof space over the top of the house. And this hatch here has a plasterboard, a sheetrock door, and it's insufficient to seal the attic from the ingress of flame and smoke and fumes. This should be a fire door, and around this edge here, it should actually have a seal. Now my recommendation is one, replace this door with a pull down ladder and a proper sealed door, a wooden door with a weather seal around it, or seal off this attic hatch completely and allow access to come to this garage area from the upper attic there. Now that would of course deny you this area as storage space, so perhaps the first option, which is install the correct type of door here, would be better. But as you say, at the moment, this isn't going to last you long. If you try to get up here, there's not much you can do. It's going to deteriorate very quickly. It's quite inadequate. So we've had a lot of water from the secondary drain line up here. Curiously enough, I couldn't find any water in the pan. So my concern is that they've cross-connected. In other words, this is actually the primary drain line, and the secondary drain line is connected where in this place. We have water coming out here, not coming running down the wall as we see here. I'm having trouble identifying where the vent is for the drain at the island. Now normally in here there's a vent that's integrated into the floor. You could see it. There'll be an illustration in the report, but it's not missing, so I can't see it. Now vents have got to be within 5 foot of the P-trap. Well, unless you're having a vent running up from your ceiling here, which I don't think you quite like. I don't see how this is actually vented. I'd like to know. I'd like to know just how do they vent it? We'll let that run for a bit. Hopefully we'll find some hot water here. Hi. We have reasonable functional flow. In fact, all the faucets are on. And we have hot water coming. Okay, there it is. This is the tub on the second floor, left elevation. You can see here that it's had some new finish put on it today, and there's a request not to touch it in any way. So we will not be letting water into this tub on this inspection.